It's time for the Lavish Biker Podcast, powered by Lavish T. Williams. It's the dopest, realest podcast in the nation. We talk about everything biker related with no filter. This show ain't for the weak, insecure suckers in their feelings. This show is for the real ones. Thank you and everyone for tuning in, and make sure to add, like, follow, and subscribe at Lavish T. Williams on all social and streaming platforms. And now, let's get into the Lavish Biker Podcast with your hosts, Lavish T. Williams and Pedro.
Yo, what's going on?
What's cracking?
What's happening, everybody? Listen, you tuned into the Lavish Biker Podcast. And today, we're going to ask and we're going to talk about when was the last time and how often do you check on people? You know, we hang around each other as far as bikers, and we wear colors, and we ride different people, and we from different clubs, and we always see each other in passing. And we build great relationships amongst each other when we out in the streets. But how often do we actually check on each individual that we hang with and kick it with and actually know what's going on with them outside of just riding motorcycles, such as like their mental health and how they're doing, how their life is going, if they got any problems, how can we tell if, you know, something's bothering them and all of that other stuff, man. That's what today's conversation and show is going to be about. And we have Psycho Dan on the show today. So, Psycho Dan, what's happening? Let's bring her on. Psycho Dan. Yo, what's happening? So, listen, as I just stated, man, we just gonna have a conversation, man. You know, it's a lot of stuff that's going on, and you know, close to the holiday times, especially holiday times, beginning of the years, it seems like it always hits the hardest, where we always losing people going through struggles. It could be relationships, it could be finances, it could be death, it could be a gang of different things. It can be bills piling up, taxes, and we see each other out in the streets, and you got some people that hold a straight face, smile through it all, and deep down inside, they got all types of problems going on in their life, man, and they just choose not to share it, and they sometimes need an outlet. So we're gonna talk about it. Psycho Dan, you know, let's hear it, man. What you got to say about that?
I'm for this topic. I really feel like sometimes we just need to take 5 minutes out. And sometimes when somebody call you, they're not calling you to ask you for nothing. They're not calling to bother you. Sometimes they just calling because they need somebody to listen. You never know what's going on in everybody's everyday life. Never. And we do. We hang out with each other. We go out of town and we act like we this big happy family. We come back here and everybody is just scattered. Because everybody really, truly, it's a lot going on in everybody's life. Everybody's. And sometimes you just need somebody to listen. For real.
So here's the thing. This is what I think. I think you're right. We need somebody that we can vent to, that we can listen to. But then on the flip side, I'm always going to say this, because there's always a pro and a con.
Absolutely.
One, you can't vent to anybody and everybody.
True.
You know, you be thinking some of these people are like some cool people, man, and they don't care. It go in one ear and out the other, and then they go on talking about you. Exactly. You know, you leaning like in a conversation, feeling like, hey, I can vent to you because you seem real cool. You seem like somebody I can really just chat with. And then next thing you know, you got somebody walking up to you like, man, I heard. And you're like, man, that was supposed to be between me. I was just at a moment where I was just sharing that with you.
Right.
And it goes, man. And, you know, some people, man, I look at it like, you know, you can give someone the most of you at a very vulnerable time, and they take it and use it against you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's like the balance of having someone that you can actually vent to versus keeping it, inside.
And a lot of times, because of that, you won't know what's going on with a person because they feel like if they start, and it don't have nothing to do with you personally, because everybody kind of have an idea who they talking to, but they don't want to share it because just the thought of it getting back out, depending on what it is, just the thought of it getting out, and so they keep it all in, and so you have situations from that.
Yeah. You do. And I think that everybody needs like a safe place to be able to express themselves, a no judgment zone, especially in the world we live in today.
Is there a judgment zone?
I think it is a judgment zone to some.
Yeah.
Then you got some people that it's a no judgment zone. Like if you talk to me, I don't judge you because I already got my own stuff that I'm going through. So who am I to judge you off of that? But then you have people that judge you.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends on, what it is too. Because I can't sit up here and say I never judged anyone because of the type of stuff that I hear.
Right. It crosses your mind if
nothing
else, right.
Because you got friends that come and they need you because they're vulnerable for this and they're emotional in this aspect. But then I get a lot of crazy stuff where you can't help but look at a person sideways and judge them like, oh man, you ain't gonna believe what dog just asked me, man. Right. And I heard a lot of stuff that I couldn't even repeat.
Right.
And I looked at him a little different because I'm like,
and it's
wow.
gonna depend on who that is.
It depends on who that is. Absolutely.
Because a person can say certain things about a certain person that and you be like, nah, that don't sound like him. You're like, no, that ain't something that person would do. Yeah.
Yeah. That happens. And then it goes back to you can ask 3 different people about Pedro and they'll give you 3 different answers.
Absolutely.
And it depends on the person that you are to them because everybody don't get the same you.
Right.
Everybody don't get the same you. Everybody don't get the same Lavish.
Everybody gets the same me. Yeah. I think because I know how to be a friend. You know what I'm saying? So I am that person that you can call and vent to. But what you can't do is you can't call and in your vent ask me my opinion. Because you have to be prepared
for what you're going to
for my opinion because you asked for it. But if you just want to call and want me to listen, I'ma listen. But don't ask how I feel, because I'ma tell you. But I try to do my best on checking on my people. You know what I'm saying? I try to do my best. People cross my mind, I might just shoot you a text. You know what I'm saying? And just hope that you respond to the text, especially if I ain't talked to you in a while. I know last time I talked to you was going through some stuff. I'll check on you. But that is what needs to be. I mean, nobody is asking us to be the best of friends. But a lot of stuff is happening in the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks, we have lost 4 people in the bike world. 4 people in the last 3 weeks. Excuse me, 5, because Smoke just died. You know what I'm saying? 5. And for all different various reasons. You know what I'm saying? But did anybody stop and say, hey, do you need me to bring you some juice? You need me to come go to the doctor with you? You know what I'm saying? Is it something that you need? Or do you need a hug? Do you need to just talk? Nobody. What happened to that? What happened to the checking on your people? For real. You don't never know what's going on in somebody's life. You should take 5 seconds to check on them.
I mean, you don't know, and you don't know who check on who.
Well,
you don't.
The way these people act around here.
I mean, because here go a thing. You'd be surprised at some of the relationships that people have because you might never see Pedro talking to somebody from across the room. You might never see them, but they got the best of the relationships going on.
Yeah.
It's just that I talk to you every day. While we out on the bike set, it's like, you know, you doing you and I'm doing me, but I talk to you every day because I have relationships like that where some people don't even know that me and this person is as tight as we are.
Yeah,
Me and that person is as tight just because they don't see it, and you don't have to always show. So sometimes you got relationships with people that other people might not even,
But
you know.
that's us. Like, people would never know. Me and Pedro go back 20-some years.
Right.
Almost 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I can call or text. I shoot Pedro a text, check on him. He always busy. But yeah, Lavish, I talk to you every day. But if we out in the streets, you would never tell that me and you talk every day. You know? But that's us three. I'm saying, in general, whoever your circle is, whoever your clique is, however you want to make this, whatever arrangement, situationship, relationship, friendship, however y'all want to say it, whatever it is, be accountable for your people. You know what I'm saying? Check on your people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes somebody just needs a damn hug. For real. Just check on your people. I'm not saying us three personally. I am saying us three. Our circle.
But you know, I'm guilty of that though. I ain't gonna even sit here and lie though. I don't, and I'm not gonna say I do it on purpose or nothing like that. But I would definitely have to say I'm guilty of that. I don't really like, cause you know, in my mind I be thinking, oh, they all right. I'm gonna call them. So you keep on, I'm gonna call them. You end up, it'd be a whole year go past. So, you know, you got to be aware. I got to be aware of that too, though, because I'm definitely guilty of that.
Have you
I'll
ever
reach out
been in a
people.
situation, Pedro and Lavish, where somebody who that's your homie, whatever, your friend or whatever, but like you said, you be like, I'm gonna call him. And then you want to get that phone call and something to happen to him. How do you feel?
Yeah, I done had that happen to me a couple times. I had that happen to me. Two different people, and they both committed suicide. But I ain't know the signs. And I found out one of them, because his mother, you know, me kept calling him. I'm like, man, where's he at? And his mom told me, like, man, you ain't heard what happened. I'm like, no. And that happened, but me and him was talking. And, you know, I listened to him vent a few different times. And he tried to, you know, kill himself before. So he's like, no, I'm good. So I ain't think nothing more about it. And then I had another guy, he used to just try to, you know, get my attention. And I was too busy. I really was busy, but I didn't know that he was like really needing my attention. What it was and what it was for, I ain't had no idea. And he offed himself. I'm like, oh man, dang. So sometimes you be thinking, or should I say, I was thinking like, man, I wonder if he would have said this to me. Or you always got that question like, man, I wonder what he would have said if this had anything to do with that. If I could have did something different to maybe change his thought and his feelings. So yeah, I done had that feeling before.
On December the 4th, 2023, one of my neighbors that I'm very, very close with, I had literally talked to him earlier in the day. He asked me to make him some gumbo. I called to let him know I made the gumbo. My mail lady had already delivered my mail. He stayed around the corner. She came flying back around the corner like, listen, I don't know if them your kids, but I know you close to them. They always at your house. You always around there. I'm going to need you to go get up and go see what's wrong. It's ambulance, police, fire trucks, all that around there. I got up immediately and went. And he had hung himself in the garage with the door open where everybody could just see. And I literally had just talked to him. Yeah. Like, I felt a certain kind of way, like, why you didn't see the signs? You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't pay attention? I felt a certain kind of way.
For sure.
And that just changed my whole, like, I got to check on my people. Like, because you never freaking know You know what I'm saying? People be sick and they just don't want nobody to know. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want it, too proud to ask for some help.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to say that some people be too proud to ask for some help. I think two things. I think one, people want to deal with it on their own in private, and they don't want to. They don't want people to look at them different or feel sorry and give them that sympathy. They want to still continue, life, because if you know you have some type of health problem, you going through some stuff, sometimes you don't want to be treated different. You don't want to hear the sorrows and all that type of stuff. You want, hey, treat me the same. Keep it like if nothing was wrong with me. And then you have some people that they can't deal with it themselves. So how can they open up to talk about it and let other people know about it? They barely coping with it. They barely figuring it out. Like, oh wow, and that's just what I see from my point of view.
I don't know. When I got in my bike accident in 2010 and I was trapped in that bed, I felt like a burden. I'm being honest, like I really was like, instead of sitting here in all this pain, can't walk, can't move, why God just didn't take me up out of here? Because I felt like a burden because everybody had their hand and foot, change a diaper. I literally was fucked up. And I just prayed, like, God, please just make it so I can just get up. If it's slow, day by day, make it so I can do something. Because I felt like I was a burden to my husband. I felt like I was a burden on my friends. I felt like I was a burden on my family because they had to do 24-hour care. And that's a lot to put on people.
That's a lot to put on people, knowing that it's, certain people. You got some people that you look at. I want to use my grandfather. He doesn't want no help. He didn't want any help because he's a man, and he got it on his own. So knowing that and then trying to help a person that's like, I got it. All your life, he's never depended on nobody for nothing. No code, no, if he needs to fix his own food, he can fix it if my grandmother didn't. So then you having to, help and mentally that this is really killing this person. Like, I'm not used to nobody helping me. I can do it all the way up until he couldn't do it anymore. It's like one of those scales, a balancing scale, with people. Yeah, it's a balancing scale with people.
It's just that we need to check on our people. I just firmly feel like that. Like, at the end of the day, you never literally know what's going on. Like, and sometimes Sean say he need a hug. Sean, I got you. First thing in the morning, I'll be here to give you a hug. I give you a hug on a regular basis. I will give you that hug.
Yeah, anyhow, man, because I don't want to have breaks in the moments, with all that.
Right.
Dead spot, Psycho Dad. You got to talk. We ain't here to be quiet.
Not to be rude.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, man. And then what about pride? Outside of checking on people, man, is it okay for people to, what's the word I'm looking for? Dealing with pride. We got pride issues going on, right? Yep. People are scared to check on people because of XYZ. People fall out over the stupidest stuff, and I don't want to call you because I ain't about to be the first one. Yeah. Or I won't wait on you.
I'd rather be the first one though, because I have this thing where I feel like I'm stronger than that.
Well, do you think that?
And if I'm wrong, I admit I'm wrong.
Do you think that after a certain relationship, meaning you have, I'm gonna use me and my male best friend.
Okay.
We get into it all the time about different stuff. And we might hang up the phone, but we'll call each other back an hour later. Correct.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, man, I don't need you to come by my house, man. I need some help.
Right.
Hey, can you take me up here? Can you drop this off? Hey, I need to use that drill.
Right.
But then I also see other people, man, And this kind of, makes me wonder the level of their relationship. I see other people who will have that same situation and they pride us in a way. I'm not calling them.
Yeah, but
I'm not calling, but that's supposed to be your partner, your homie. And I feel like if y'all are as tight as y'all are, it shouldn't matter.
Okay.
So check this out. So you said you be the first to call, right?
Yeah, I try to be.
So check it out. So would you call them if it wasn't your fault for the fallout though?
Yeah, because I want to talk it out. So
Right.
I was about to talk about that. So, and Lavish notice. So I have to go back to this because this is one of them situations that really I was fucked up. So I don't know. They call him Cuddy Mack. Cuddy Mack is my cousin. Cuddy Mack caught COVID, and me and him had got into it real bad before he caught COVID. I mean, we was bitch this, bitch that, bitch this at each other. That's my first cousin. And he got real sick, but I wanted to talk it out because I was checking him about something someone brought to me about him. And I wanted to know if he did it. You know what I'm saying? And he like, you gonna believe somebody over me. But I knew what they told me was true. But in return, he got sick. He got real sick. And he talked to my husband, but he wouldn't talk to me. And then the next day he died. I was fucked up from
Well,
it.
that's my dog too.
I was so fucked up from it. I'm
Rest in
still
peace,
fucked
Cuddy
up
Mack,
now.
man. That was my
His
dog.
motorcycles was in my garage. I literally, a matter of fact, they just got put out of there. I had my husband write them in the code to get them out of my house because I couldn't look at them. I couldn't look at nothing that belonged to him. Everything that was at my house, it had to be packed away where I couldn't look at it because I never got the opportunity to make up with my cousin. And it was all because of something somebody else had said, and I should have approached it in a different way.
You know what? People gotta watch that too, about what somebody else said.
Yep.
People gotta watch that. We fall a victim to that. Somebody said this, and somebody said that. Then when you get right down to the source, it wasn't even delivered that way. There's always a couple things added and a few things taken off of what was said. I don't even get into the midst of what somebody said. Because I done trained myself, and this is what a lot of people got to do. They got to train themselves not to care about that kind of stuff. Not to care about it. I mean, whatever the case might be. Because if I really kick it with you like I say I do, and they say something, I'm not even about to entertain it because I'm going to just call you and ask you myself.
Yeah.
And it's just out of curiosity because at this point, I really know you. And I'm hearing what they might say. I'm not even entertaining them. And there's a lot of times that we sit and we spend a lot of time entertaining the circus, and we don't have to.
But that play a lot onto your mental health also.
It do.
Like, that is us as adults. You know how when you was younger, you used to always say, "Oh, I can't wait to get grown. I can't wait to get the hell out of my mama's house. I can't wait." Then when you got grown, you learned a whole lot of different stuff, like the amount of literal stress that we actually deal with as adults, and to have to deal with all that extra, that put a big strain. And then sometimes words hurt, and words is the reason people take their lives sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Words hurt worse than a lick. They do. Words hurt worse than a lick. I done had my feelings hurt by somebody I thought we was better than that. But I waited till the situation calmed down, and I let that person know they hurt my feelings. And you'll never have to talk to me like that. And this don't change our friendship. But please remember, next time you can come to me as an adult because you hurt my feelings.
But a person got to be mature enough to accept you coming to them talking. A lot of times you get people, they don't want to hear it. They get to the defensive, they jump the gun, they overreact. And it's like sometimes you got to not just hear, you have to listen. There's a difference between hearing something and listening. You got to listen to understand.
Yeah.
You got to listen. Hey, let me share with you my issue. And I want you to listen to how I feel. before you react. Some people, they just,
And then
Yeah.
you get out, by then it's out of control.
right.
And then when
And it
you-
don't have to be that way.
And when it's all over, you be like, well, what happened? It wasn't even shit to even make.
You just
shit
blew
to
it out of
even have
proportion.
fun. Exactly.
You got it to the defensive. If I can't come talk to you. I had a person I tried to say something to, and they felt I was checking them. I wasn't yelling. And I know that sometimes my demeanor be something, but I knew the person. So I adjusted my demeanor anyway by like, let me
And
just
still
try.
thought you was trying.
Yeah, because they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear what I was saying because I was correcting an issue. And it was like, oh man, I just left it alone. Sometimes you gotta know how to leave. You gotta know when to leave stuff alone because it'll wear on you because you be so busy trying to explain yourself, prove your point. Sometimes you just gotta know when to just say, hey man, whatever.
Yeah, but
Hey man, as I got older, I don't let shit stress me.
No, I don't
try
let it
to
either.
not. I got too much I do too much lifing, so I don't have time for no unnecessary stress. But I do be concerned about people that I deal with when they are. I'm going to say concerned when I feel like mentally they ain't there. Well, something people might not know about me, but a lot of people know it because I share it. I'm not absent to it, but me and Diggum have a mentally challenged child. You know what I'm saying? So we've been dealing with this for 30-some years, and it's a lot to deal with when you have a child that's diagnosed with a severe mental condition. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned the signs. And I try to pay attention to people around me with them signs, but you can't control. You don't know what everybody's trigger is. And unnecessary stress, I feel like, why? Why bring the drama when you know this person already going through some stress? That could be what put you over the edge. You feel me? I mean, I don't know if I'm saying that where it's understanding, but
I
you got to
understand,
be you got to be considerate of people's mental health. I mean, this mental health stuff is true. We got Biden trying to push the button and start a whole nother war. You know what I'm saying? We got too much life in the dude. We got too much stuff going on in reality for unnecessary stress.
I think everybody got a trigger. I think everybody got a trigger.
do too.
I think that when you know a person, or dealing with a person, you should learn that individual. I think you should have conversations with that person. And as you have conversations, you would just learn just by their behavior and being around them, certain triggers that might trigger them and how they act with certain things. It could be a sound. It could be a noise. It can be a car going down the street.
Statement.
It could be a statement. It could be
Everybody got
anything.
Something that kind of trigger.
It's a trigger. Listen, let me tell you, about 2 weeks ago, and this was a trigger. I'm sitting there, I'm riding with one of my homeboys, older guy. And we just sitting there, we talking, and we just talking about some car stuff and all that kind of stuff. Older guy, 60 plus years old, older than me, should I say. And he got to humming, right? So here's the thing though, but it was a trigger. I haven't been around nobody that hummed in a minute. And me and him is riding down the street. Like, he's humming, and as soon as I heard him humming, my mind just went back to my childhood, right? It went back to my grandfather, because when me and my grandfather be riding in the car, he'll just be humming, and then he'll start tapping the dashboard. And that was the first thing, like, I ain't say nothing, but it was just that thought, like, everything paused. And my mind went back to me riding in the car with him. So that's a trigger.
Yeah.
You don't know that he's even about to pop off. You got, everybody got different triggers.
Different trigger for sure. Because I used to hate when people when you have a slight misunderstanding with somebody, they say whatever. That shit used to make me go crazy, man. Until I got older, to control it. You know what I mean? Because I hate when people just, you got a misunderstanding with somebody or whatever, then they be like, whatever.
You wanna know what my trigger is, and it's sad, because I shouldn't be the one to have this trigger. I hate when somebody holler at me.
Oh, that's definitely a trigger. I think that's the
I
trigger to
hate
almost
it.
everybody.
You can talk to me, you can elevate your voice, but don't get to hollering at me. That is just it.
Hold on, Psycho Dan. You holler at me.
I don't. I elevate my voice.
Is that the wordplay? Well, I elevate my voice to you as well at times.
I don't holler. I elevate my voice. I have a very deep voice. I elevate it. I don't holler. I don't like to be hollered at. My father had a bunch of daughters. He never hollered at us, and I don't feel like nobody else should.
Jay Zoom,
I just,
Zoom
I
this
just think that we all need to pay more attention
raggedy
to one another.
street life.
I think that y'all need to love on y'all clique, friends, acquaintances, however y'all describe them. Y'all need to show them some love. We need to love on one another, and we also need to listen. Stop talking so much and listen. Because sometimes if you listen, you'll catch where the problem is.
Again, I go back. Everybody doesn't listen. They don't hear to listen. They just hear you, but they're not listening. I stand on that. I stand on that. You can pay so much. You can hear people talking, and that's just it. But when you start listening and you start paying attention, you'll learn something. You'll pick up on certain
A whole
things.
lot of stuff.
You'll pick up on stuff, and sometimes things go right over people's heads, and they don't even know it. And then you got those people that sit up there and they pay attention and they listen. You can sit up there, you can I can listen to you talk, and you can say something about a flower. And I'm picking up on, you know what? She like flowers. I want to send her some flowers. You ain't told me that, but you say enough, and I'm picking up because I'm listening. I don't have to ask you what's your favorite ice cream flavor, because I'm listening enough to conversation, or I'm paying attention to what you're doing to know, oh, okay, she like butter pecan. You can listen to somebody and you can pay attention to them, where when you go out to eat with them, you don't have to wait on them to tell the waiter what they want to drink. If they went to the bathroom, you can say, okay, yeah, lemonade, light ice. Because you already know, because you pay attention to them. Where I've seen people that deal with people for months, weeks, years, and they ain't pay that much attention to even know. I've seen that. Because people don't listen. They just hear. Black Panther, what's going on? You all right? We got Boogie Kelly. I hope I said that right.
That's Aaron, Boo Kelly.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
what she
right.
talking about, call her.
We got LJ. We got Carl. Zoom.
LJ.
What up, though? We got Kim, Nikki, Marvin, Tab. Yeah, we got Cherie, Tiki, Phil. What up? Everybody else that's on there. I can't see y'all names. That's why I don't always, say the name that's on there. But I see y'all chiming in. Peekaboo, what's happening? I said that it kind of slipped my mouth. She was DJing this Saturday, man. She was doing the thing up in Flint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She
Okay.
was she was partying.
Yes.
Nikki, what's popping? Yeah, I see you over there, man. We just talking about, just various things about, being a better human to your friend, your associates, checking on them, understanding, listening, chatting with them. I mean, just different things on well-being, on somebody's well-being, man. Life is too short, man, and we be falling out on some of the pettiest things, man, and sometimes we let pride get in our way. Sometimes we don't know what's going on in a person's life. I mean, we be riding these motorcycles. We be looking at a person that's sitting right next to us, not even knowing that beyond that smile, they catching all kinds of hell going through life. Sometimes we just, and that's what we talking about. Sometimes we got to just be more mindful to check on them, talk to them, listen to them. And I mean, everybody got different body languages. And if you're a people person, sometimes you can pick up on it. Sometimes people just had it real well. People just had it really well. You just ain't gonna know. And some people don't even think nothing's wrong with them. They think everything is fine. Some people think normal stuff is. Well, let me rephrase that. Some people that have some of the most toxic, fucked up ways in life think that it's so normal.
Because they narcissistic.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I would just say that that's just all they've been exposed to. Because if you take somebody that's in the hood all their lives, and they feel like doing X, Y, Z is normal because that's all they was exposed to, they don't know any better. That's just what they know. That's what they was around. No one taught them or showed them different. Nobody expressed, well, you don't have to do that, or you can do this. It's just like a kid growing up being taught not to cry. Yeah, kids grow up being taught not to cry, especially boys.
Nah.
That's true. That's true. Boys you don't cry. That's weak. What are you crying for? Cut it out. Knock it off. You better not cry. You get laughed at. You're a girl. You're a female. You didn't get to be a part of that because you're not a girl. It's okay for you to cry. You got daddy or mommy that's gonna come and console you. Okay, baby girl, wipe them tears away. But you're a boy. You didn't get that. You didn't get that hug. Come here.
You forgot I raised sons.
You're a woman still. So and that'll be another discussion.
Boy, you better not cry.
Correct. You can't say you raise sons because you're a woman, which is a nurturer. You can't. How often have you seen the uncles say, "Come here, son. Come here, nephew. I see you over there crying." Honestly.
My son's always telling my grandkids, "Stop that crying." And I don't understand why. If they feel as though that's what they need to do.
Because that's not the world that we. That's not how we grew up in. That's not how we grew up. That's not how we were raised. We were raised that, hey, that's not what you do. Toughen up. Because no father wants a weak son. And that was
don't make you
weak.
Because you know how to, because you cry.
No, it doesn't make you weak.
Like you need to cry.
It doesn't make you weak. But when you're a woman, you're never going to understand what it's like for a guy to tell his son not to cry. And I'm not saying that that's right, because times have changed and we see that now we need to be able to have a safe space to say, it's okay, son, to cry. Yeah. It's okay to release yourself, because you got guys that was not able to release themselves, that got a lot of built up anger wrapped up inside of them. And when it comes out, and it's a problem. It's trouble. Run the other way. Get out of his way. Because he got a lot of it that's coming out.
Back to the mental health stuff.
Correct. And that's why I say, you're a woman. You would never understand.
Oh, I'm not going to try to.
A man's point of view. Or being a boy, especially back then. Now it's okay because the fathers, a lot of them, some of them now, they're catering to seeing their kids cry and consoling them by saying, it's okay. Come here, son. Let me give you a hug. Let me tell you that I love you, son. Let me tell you it's okay. You'll get them the next time. I didn't grow up with all that kind of stuff.
Me neither.
I didn't grow up with that. I didn't grow up with, give me a hug. I didn't grow up with, it's going to be okay.
The hug shit was weak.
It was weak. You didn't see men, hugging people. You gave them some fire. You gave them some dap. At best. And that was on a good job thing.
I don't know. My husband, he has always embraced my sons. Like, he has always made them embrace them. That's why they are very compassionate men.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not weak. They're very strong men, but mentally they're strong because I've allowed them, when things take them to that level, if you have to cry to get it out, or have to cry so that you can hold it in, I'd rather you do that. I have an open door with my sons and my grandsons. I don't care what it is. I don't care if I'm be mad. If I am your mental release, call me and I listen to it. Cussing, screaming, hollering. Even if it's they girl and they mad and they calling her a bitch and I don't like that, they know it. But however it go down, I'd rather be their release. I don't never want them to feel like they got to hold all that stuff in.
You gotta bring that environment to them to be able to do that. You gotta have that environment though. A guy is not gonna just release to anybody.
We have always had that environment. My husband has allowed my sons to talk the way they talk since they were at least 10, 11, because he can't understand if you can't express it the way you need to express it. You know what I'm saying? And he has always embraced that with them. Let them, I've always been a disciplinary, so I'll be ready to whoop ass. He'd be like, no. Let them talk. Let them say how they feel. Let them say what's on their mind, because he didn't want them to grow up and be no terrorists, because they had to hold all that shit in. You know what I'm saying? And they good. They good. And my grandsons, I'm trying. Caden is a real emotional kid. And I know when he mad, he cry. You know what I'm saying? When he pissed, he crying. And you could see the devil in his face too. And I'll be like, stop crying, what's wrong? You know, just let it out. Just try to talk it out. Because I don't want him to ever feel like he don't have that support system. Everybody needs a support system. Like you said, you can't talk to everybody because you call Joe and then Joe called Jane and then Jane called Bessie, and you know what I'm saying? But everybody needs to know that they do have a support system. They have that they can trust, because everybody needs that vent. Everybody needs a ventilation.
Everybody need one, man. And it's okay. It's okay to have one. You know, me, I vent. But then again, I keep a lot of stuff to myself as well. You know, I deal with stuff with a smile.
You do.
And I can, so here's another thing to me. Sometimes my smile, I have a smile and it doesn't mean I'm happy. Because I try not to have people read me. Because I've done it so good, because I had to transform, you know. So sometimes I'm sitting there with a smile, but I'm hot than a mug. I'm hot. But I got a smile on my face. Other times, I got a regular stare on my face, and they ask them, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm fine. Like, literally, nothing's bothering me. Nothing's wrong. I'm completely fine. But you got 10 people, man, you okay? Yeah, I'm cool. Why? You know, oh, man, your face, you just look like something's bothering you. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. When something is really bothering me, I just won't even come around.
Pedro, do you have that support system?
Oh, yeah. I got that support system. I hold a lot of shit in, though.
Why?
A whole lot. Because that's what seems to work for me. I'm like a type of person, only at that moment it bothers me. After that moment, like even like if I let's say if me and you had an argument.
We had before.
We had before. So many. Listen though. But 5 minutes, but listen. 5 minutes later.
We back home.
It's gone though, because I don't hold it that long. I'm like that in a relationship too. I'm a 5 minute mad person.
Me too. So I feel
it's just at
like
that moment, I'm upset about it. I want to let you know I'm upset about it. After that, I'm done with it.
I like to get it out. And then, you know, once it's out, I'm cool. Like, you might be mad, but I'm all right. But I live in that household. Like, me and my husband, we don't really argue. If we got something to say to one another, we just put it out there. Like, you might not like this, but, you know, here it go. And I say whatever I'm going to say back. He say whatever he going to say back. And next minute, what you cooking for dinner? Or let me go get something? Or, you know, it just keeps the bullshit down. It keeps the stress level down. I just feel like you should be able to release it. I do. I just feel like all of it should be able to be released.
I don't think I got a strong support system.
That's sad.
I really don't. And I say this because
you're the only child.
I wouldn't say the only child, but I will mention the fact of being the only child. I'm the oldest boy in a female family.
Me too. I'm an older.
You know, so I really.
You the only?
Yeah, I'm the oldest boy, and I don't have someone to really understand, because I have to be the one to understand everybody else's problem.
Yeah. That's
So
your
when
job.
when I do have a release,
Now your
I
grandma-
would probably have to have my release will probably be a stranger in conversation, honestly, because no one really will understand me, because it's like their purpose is really not to understand me. Their purpose is for me to understand them and their problems, for me to help get them through their problem. And when I have my own problems, there's no one really for me to really get it off. The few people that I talk to, it's like, okay, they hear it, but they really, as much as they want to be supportive, they really can't understand. So I talk to strangers. And that's just off of,
Well, that might be
conversation.
good too, though. If
But
you
at least
able
you
to,
getting it out though.
Yeah, to
At least
somebody.
it's released, though.
And there's no judgment.
right?
There's no judgment.
They don't know you.
They don't know me. But it's not because they just don't know me. It's just, and this is the craziest thing, I've been finding out that I've been having better relationships with people that I've known the least amount of time than people that I've known the longest, honestly. People that I've just met within recent years or months, I've been connecting with them and been able to be more free with them than some of my closest people.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you got, my family. They just don't know a lot. I just don't share a lot with them because, again, I have to be their support system. I got to be the one to be there. I got a handicapped mother. I got to make sure she's good.
Right.
So there's nothing that I can run to her and really expect her to understand, because I got to be there to understand whenever she calls, whenever she needs. I don't have no brothers, so it's not like I got the big brother I can go to. It's not like I got the uncle that I can say, hey, you know what? Hey, uncle, man, I'm having this problem, man.
Right.
I'm having this issue. So a lot of the knowledge and a lot of the game, man, when I needed to kick it with somebody, man, it been literally somebody from out, from the streets. It's
Right.
been somebody from the streets
For sure.
that's really, wired me up a certain type of way, man. That's it. Those been the ones that I can say,
And
look,
not only
man,
that,
blah, blah, blah,
most
blah, blah.
Boys, they not going to the mothers and siblings a lot to express their feelings neither. Not too much. I know I didn't because I had all sisters. So I have all sisters. So I won't go and talk to their ass about nothing.
I'm the middle child, so
I don't think they even could understand it. Probably, I don't know. Maybe they could, but I never went to none of them and said, like, "Hey, this was going on." Whoa.
yeah. But you the big brother though, so you supposed to be.
I
There
got
to
one
protect.
sister older than me. The rest of them younger.
It don't matter. You supposed to be there to protect. I'm the middle child, so it's a gap above me and a gap below me, and I think my mother just expected me just to take care of myself and be responsible. Just do what the fuck you told.
Because she seen you was probably the responsible one out of all the siblings. One of them.
She
For
calls
sure.
me her wild child, but
Every
I'm-
family has one.
and I guess because I just
You
relied
know
on
what
my,
I'm
I relied on my damn
Everybody
self.
has
Like
one.
I'm not babysitting your kids. I'm about to get the hell on, But now that I'm older and my dad died and my mom is sick, I'm the one that she relies on. Like we all have a goal. Well, a chore. I call them chores. We all have a responsibility, and I'm her go-to with her food and her take her and
Mhm.
come care for her, and we all have a duty and a job, and I'm her go-to, and it amazes me that I'm her go-to because I'm not the one that she used to go to when we was little. I'm the one that go on outside and stay your ass out there. You know what I'm saying? So it just amazes me, but going back to character, like everybody thinks because I've always been that I'm like that, but I'm almost 60 now. I ain't like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm like
You ain't no
feel like all
you
that.
ain't no young Thundercat no more,
Nah,
huh?
I ain't no Thundercat no more. I
She
don't
ain't
feel-
no young
I don't feel
Thundercat
like
no
none of
more.
that. I've always been the confidant. I've always been my sister's keeper. You can always call me and tell me stuff, and I ain't about to say nothing. But all that rah-rah, I ain't for none of that no more. That shit causes me stress.
Now, anything that stresses me, man, I don't want to have no parts of it.
None.
No parts
I
of
don't
it.
want no
Keep me
part of
away.
it.
Listen, I've had to learn, and this is with life as you grow, as you mature. I had to learn, man, how not to let things bother me. Like things that I can't control, it don't bother me.
Right.
You know, I be temporarily mad for a hot second, then I got to think about it. What can I do about it? There's nothing I can do. If you wreck my car today, I'm not going to be happy that you wrecked my car, but it's already crashed. I can't uncrash it.
Right.
There's nothing that I can do about the car because it's already crashed. The only thing that I can do about it is one, get it fixed, or two, have it totaled out. I can't do nothing about it. So for me to keep getting upset, getting mad about it, it's just going to work me up for something I can't change. I just got to deal with it. I got to move forward to deal with it. Hey, man, you messed up my car, man. What we going to do about it? We got to get it fixed. That's it. Whereas certain issues in life, people can't move forward. They hold that anger, they hold that energy, that negative energy, they hold it up in there. It will kill you. But once you're able to learn how to release it and be like, oh, you did what? Are you okay? All right. Whatever.
I can't hold on to it. I gotta, if we gonna argue, it's gonna go down right now. And once I'm done, I'm gonna walk away. You might still be mad, but I got to release it. I can't go to sleep with that stress. That shit put strain on your heart. I don't have time to be having no heart. All these people we know, young, dying from heart attacks, just dropping dead from a heart attack, strokes, all that stress, that mental pressure on your brain. No, I can't do it no more. I can't. I don't want to. I'm not going to. I don't care who mad. You stay mad. Because you mad at somebody don't mean I got to be mad at that person. I'm not getting involved. I'm done.
You know, when you talk about getting involved in whatever the issue or whatever the thing be, you know, and here's something about me. I don't be caring. Sometimes I just let a person just vent to get it off their chest because they just need to get it off their chest. But I really don't be caring. And when I say I don't be caring about, you know, the other negative stuff that's going on. It's like, it's a non-factor to me. It's like, okay, I'm not going to get, you know, in. Now, sometimes I might listen because, you know, I can't lie. Sometimes I might want to hear the dirt. Like, oh, wow, for laughs and chuckles. But as far as, you know, getting wrapped up in, you know, my emotions and feelings, I'm not going to let nothing like that bother me. You know how many people don't like Lavish?
People don't like me.
There's a lot of people. Hey, listen, check this out, man. For the people that don't like Lavish, I'm cool with it. It don't bother me. I had to learn that, right? Because you be sitting there trying to please everybody and stuff. You're like, oh, man, what's the problem? Listen, I don't care. Because they ain't taking care of me, right?
Hey, Cat Williams say, everybody, you need them haters.
No, I mean,
fan club.
they,
Cat
hey,
Williams say,
listen,
that's your fan club. You need them
check this
haters.
out. I don't care about if a person don't like me. Some people say, oh, Lavish think he this. No, if I don't think I'm whatever I am, then nobody else will.
You supposed to.
I'm supposed to, and I am. People say, oh, man, he arrogant. What make me arrogant? I'm confident. You don't know what I've been through.
No, you know what I learned.
You don't know
about
what
that?
I done
I
did.
that too. A lot of people say
What
I
they
was
used to
arrogant.
say.
A lot of people say I was arrogant, but it wasn't that. It's just I'm just as minding my fucking business.
That's it.
I just
I'm in
mind
my
my
own
business.
world.
People will take that as being arrogant. Because arrogant is, you know, like I come in the room, I'm going to speak to everybody in the room. Because I'm mannerable too. I'm a mannerable nigga.
People say I'm mean. I'm not mean.
Okay. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Subjective.
I'm not. I'm not a mean person. I'm actually a very compassionate, empathetic ass person. But people say that I'm mean. I don't see it. Maybe other people see it. I'm very straightforward. But I'm not mean. That's something I'm not. I'm just not a mean person.
Peekaboo. She said people hate when you mind your people. Do hate when you mind your business.
Yes, they do.
See, you can be out with everybody in the crowd, right? But you ain't got to be engaged with what everybody in the crowd is doing. You might be there, but you might be standoffish.
Have more fun by yourself.
No, not even about that. Because you can be with the crew and have fun. But when you just standoffish from the bull crap, or you just, doing your own thing amongst everybody, why you always over there by yourself? What, he too good? I hear that all the time. Man. Because I'm not a clique person. I'm a soloist. I be with the clique, but I want to be with the clique, but I'm over there because I'm watching everybody in the clique. See, I'm watching just in case something go on. That's how I was trained. That's how I was designed. See, what y'all don't realize is that I'm half human, half machine.
Okay, whatever. That's your Facebook post.
No, but that's the truth. That's the truth. I'm half human, I'm half machine, right? So I'm designed different. I'm built different. I'm around and I'm watching the crew, right? But at the same time, I'm watching somebody from across the room to see what's going on, only because what I've been exposed to. I'm looking to see who passing the pistol. Because that's where my mind is at.
To that shit too.
I'm looking to see, Lavish, why you in environments like that? I don't have to be in environments like that, but that's the reality of some of the places that I'm at.
Like that.
I'm paying attention to the body language of them two people over there, because while everybody over there drinking and smoking, which I don't do, I'm watching to see when I need to leave. When I need to tell these people, man, look, man, we probably need to leave up out of here because this what's going on. Man, you tripping. No, I ain't tripping. I'm watching because I'm sober. I'm looking at, the body language, and I'm seeing what's going on and how he just went over there and whispered to dog. I'm paying attention to all that. Ain't nobody else paying attention to that. But here go the guy who's arrogant, who's antisocial, that think he too good. He's sitting in the back, but I'm sitting in the back watching the whole room. I do that. Pay attention. Every time I'm out somewhere,
I don't have to pay attention.
Know where I'm at. You gonna see me in I'm positioned. So I go there. Every time I go somewhere, I'm positioned. Only because that's how I was taught. When I got out in the streets, that's how I was taught to be positioned.
But see, they don't teach you that no more, Lavish. That's we was taught. I still believe that you don't put a couch in front of your front window. You don't put the back of your couch facing your window. And I live in the suburbs, and I still fuck that shit. I need to look out my window. You know what I'm saying? I don't fit in the clique. So that's why I ain't part of the clique. And that's probably why I don't know, my haters, I love y'all. Hi, haters. Because I don't fit in the clique. I'm not part of the clique because I don't fit in. I'm not going to concede to the bullshit. I'm just not. I'm not. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I don't take sides. There is no black or white. I'm not sitting in there and choosing sides. I'm not going to do it. I don't give a shit.
That's right. Hey, listen, man, we're going to go ahead and get ready because it's been almost an hour. We want to get ready to end this podcast shortly, abruptly, but, we're going to be on a certain type of time, hour or less. But here's another thing that I want to share to y'all. When y'all out there, y'all got friends, and we checking on them, and we talking to people. Here's one of the biggest things that go on that people don't do. People don't check their friends. They don't stop their friends. You don't have to agree with your friends when they're in the wrong about everything. No. Man, listen. We can be cool, but we don't have to agree. If I think you're doing some fuck shit, it's just that. I don't have to publicly say it to the world, but between me and you, I can say, listen, man, that wasn't cool.
That was some fuck shit.
That was,
Yeah, don't co-sign that bullshit.
I roll with you because you my partner. You my guy. I roll with you, but I was, I gotta let you know that wasn't cool.
Right.
Or I can't validate that. I can't roll with you. That ain't cool. Or it's okay to let your friend know it ain't worth it.
That's even better.
Kill that. It ain't worth it, dude.
That's even better.
Let's make it make sense. Because one, the cost of time that we losing with today's time, as far as in the legal system, I can't do that kind of time. I ain't in my 20s.
Your life is more important to you. You have other things to live.
I got other things to live for. I got too many investments. I got too much going on for myself for foolishness. And too many times we get caught up on quick reactions that we're not thinking about the long haul. We up here sitting up there, quick reaction, do something stupid that's going to cost us down the road. Legal expenses, possible jail time, losing our lives, because these guys ain't playing fair. They ain't playing fair. I had a guy the other day tell me, because I wasn't in a situation, but I wasn't running from the situation, and a guy was like, Lavish, baby, chill, calm down. You got to remember, man, these guys they ain't trying to get physical no more. You still trying to get physical. They trying to shoot. And I'm laughing because I had to like listen because he right. Me, I still be thinking, okay, it's cool for me to say, hey, man, you know what, man? I grabbed him up and I did this, and got him. He like, man, I'm not doing all that. I'm going to let that shit ride, dog. Because as soon as you do something to him, he embarrassed and he going to spin the block on you. I'm like, dang, you know what? But he had to let me know because I'm sitting up there like, man, because sometimes it come out you. You got to go ahead and check yourself. Yeah, you right, dude. So you gotta have friends that's not afraid to tell you, dog.
Afraid to tell you.
Kill that shit, man. It ain't even worth it,
But
dog.
you gotta have friends for everything, though, Lavish. You. That's why I always ask, do you got a support system? Because the people that you have in your corner, they all have to have a purpose.
Everybody gotta have a purpose.
I got the one that will check the shit out of me, and guess what? I'd be like, you know what? You right. She texting the hell out of me right now. You right. She keep me in line. She make me think before I action.
Cause you do a lot of shit, Psycho Dan. You don't be fucking thinking, man.
I used to.
So you done changed in a year.
No, shut the hell up.
I'm just
I done
saying.
changed in years. I used to do a lot of shit that God still let me have grace. For real. God gave me grace because I done did some shit that I shouldn't be here. I should be either under or over the fence. You know what I'm saying? And God gave me grace. So, yeah, I am different because I had that opportunity to get that grace. But that's because I got a good support system that mentally check on me, physically check on me, make sure that I'm keeping my head straight.
No, that's dope, man. We
everybody
need
deserve that.
people like that. We need people that's gonna check on us. We need people that's gonna make sure we good. Sometimes we need people. It ain't no sometimes. We do need people that can be a listening ear. A listening ear means just let that person vent, get it out. You don't have to stop them because sometimes they just want to talk. They don't want your opinion unless they ask.
Right.
They just vent. Sometimes, oh man, you know this and this, and sometimes you just gotta, even if you don't want to hear it, you just let them talk. It's been times where. And they know it because I've shared it with them. It's been times that I done set the phone down and came back. I came back like, yep, wow. I just say a couple things and then I put the phone back down or I have it on the speakerphone. But they're all right because they're expressing it and they're getting it off their chest. And they cool with that. I'm just, yep, And I'm not, that's because I'm busy, but I'm not too busy enough to not talk to them. Versus me saying, I want to call you back. And they like, man, I need to talk to you right now. Not often, but it has been, long-winded people. But yeah, we all need the support system. We need somebody that can listen to us. We need somebody that can give us real logical advice. Not that amped up what the crowd say advice. We need somebody that's going to let us know when we're really wrong.
Right.
Not just running with what we think is right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be something like, yeah, man, you know what? I did X, Y, Z because that's what I felt. And you might say, that wasn't cool, though. That was dumb. Then I might think about it. And when I think about it after you done broke it down, because sometimes it takes another person to put it in a different perspective. And you like, you know what, you're right. But you got to be a person that can accept your truth. To say, you know what, you was right. I was tripping. I was wrong. And it ain't never a bad thing or a soft thing or a weak thing to apologize to somebody. No. I think a lot of people got a problem with, apologizing to people with stuff.
It depends.
All right, I'm listening.
I don't know if I'm gonna be so apologetic if they was wrong.
No, if they was wrong, then they was just wrong. But a lot of times we ain't always right either. We not always gonna be right about everything.
Somebody be wrong and every action deserve a reaction. Sometimes they action be wrong, but your reaction makes the situation worse.
Yeah, that too.
So sometimes we all just have to be
have you ever
bigger
stayed mad at a person?
I can't do it. It's too much energy wasted.
I've stayed mad at a person.
I did because I just felt like I didn't do nothing.
I might treat you different but I ain't mad no more. But I don't give a fuck if you are.
Right.
I mean,
I'm like that too.
I'm like that. I ain't mad.
I got people. Again, we got people. I want to say, I want to go back to my neighborhood, man, because they still get a chuckle. They get a chuckle out of it all the time. I'm from Puritan. I don't mess with 6 Mile like that. I don't, right? So here's the thing. 7 Mile was cool. 8 Mile was cool. 6 Mile, we ain't cool. Puritan, we the shit because we from Puritan, right? Still to this day, everybody is all grown and shit, man. And I go up on Puritan. I mean, I go up on 6 Mile every now and again, but I'll be like, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Because my mind is still like, listen, man, I remember when I was in high school, man. I remember Dog over there.
Right.
I remember, and some of them 6 Mile guys, they died. And I sat there, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what he get. Because I'm still mad. So some of that stuff, it's still like, yeah, I remember back in 96 when this happened, man, when we was up at the store on 6 and Eileen. I remember what happened. See, I remember all that kind of stuff. So some of that stuff I don't forget. They laugh because I still bring it up. I was at the Sky Bar.
He who have been an enemy can never be a friend.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I'm at the Sky Bar. This was like the funniest shit ever, man, because I had to check myself afterwards. I thought it was the most funniest shit. It's a guy from 6 Mile, man. I swear to God, man. Since I was in middle school, high school, he was older than me. High school, adulthood, we always seen each other because we only blocks apart.
Right, for sure.
And we always seen each other in passing. My dad, he from 6 Mile. I'm from Puritan. He, so me going to see him, I was, on 6 Mile quickly and then back over here across Grove. I seen him in the Sky Bar on some, my back is turned, his back is turned. And when I spent and we seen him, I swear, man, it was funny to me because the first thing that came out of my mouth was PA down. I don't know where the fuck that came from, dog. I swear to you. Because when I said it, I had to keep my serious face, but in my head, I'm like, man, what the fuck did I just say, dog? And dude, he couldn't do shit but laugh. I swear to you, he couldn't do nothing but laugh. And I'm sitting there in my head like, damn, man, I just saw the stupidest hell.
There's the shit out yourself.
Right. And he like, man, dude, I ain't on that shit, man. Nigga, I know your uncle, I know your dad, man. I know the whole family, man. And we kicked it and shit, man. And like a week later, man, I had seen him, flown through the neighborhood, and it was like, what up, though, man? But that was like one of those funny moments, man, where I'm sitting there, and that was the first thing that came to mind. I couldn't think of nothing else. That was the first thing. Oh man, I felt stupid as hell, man.
Before you talk moment.
It was like, damn, that was reaction. I'm talking about like when I say like some movie shit, his back, my back, Sky Bar, turn around, and the first thing I scream out was PA down. That was still funny to me, man. But anyway, hey, man, listen, check this out, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man, checking out the Lavish Biker Podcast. Make sure y'all go to all my social media platforms. Follow me at Lavish T. Williams. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. And if you're listening to this show, when you get done, call somebody and just check on them. See how they doing. And have a conversation.
To all our fallen soldiers out there.
Everybody that done passed, rest in peace. It's a lot to name. We know who they are, and even the ones that we don't know, keep their families up in prayer because life, man, listen, man, it ain't promised, and we losing people rapidly. What's going on, Retro? You all right? I see you chiming in. Sean, we got Sean Watson here, man. I got to give a shout out to Sean Watts, too, man. Watts Audio on 8 Mile in Grand River, man. So if y'all got them 2 wheels, y'all got them Harleys, y'all got them motorcycles, man, y'all want y'all custom sounds, come up here to Watts Audio. Give him a call. Reach out to him. He got deals going on. He got wheels. He got accessories. He got
Sean,
lights.
I need you to come get my bike, Sean. Come get my bike.
And he's picking up bikes, man. So
I'm begging, too.
Come get that bike.
Begging too. Come get my bike, dog.
Yeah,
What's up?
we got that, man. But again, man, I want to thank y'all, man. But make sure you check on your people, man. Put y'all pride aside sometimes, man. Sometimes be the first person to make that call to check on, hey, what's up, man? I ain't heard from you in a while, man. You been good? I'm just checking on you. I didn't want nothing. I just call, even if it's 5 minutes, just hit them up, man. It don't take much. It don't cost a dime to just check on somebody's well-being, because you never know what that phone call can do to that person and for that person, man, just to feel appreciated. It's people that's battling all types of demons. It's people that's battling all types of health issues right now, and they just need somebody to talk to, even if it's for a minute, to make them forget about the pain that they're going through, man. Reach out and give them a call, man. I want to get at y'all next Wednesday, man. And do we got our guest booked for next Wednesday? Never mind, man. You'll see who it is when I put the flyer out, the information, man. We out here.
It's going to be on time.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
Pedro.
check y'all out, man. Check y'all out. Check me out. Lavish T. Williams, all social media platforms, man. We out, man. Y'all be smooth.
You've been listening to the Lavish Biker Podcast with your hosts, Lavish T. Williams and Pedro, the dopest podcast in the nation. We want to thank you for hanging out with us, and make sure to add, like, follow, and subscribe at Lavish T. Williams on all social and streaming platforms. We'll see you next time on the Lavish Biker Podcast.